Hello and welcome to another episode of our Speakeasy podcast. I am John.
And I am Ken.
And how are we doing today?
We are doing great.
Excellent.
Great. We got a little dark one here, huh? What's
yeah,
going on
look at
there,
that.
buddy?
Look
Huh?
at this. This is another one coming from our friend Sean.
Thanks, Sean. And Lynn, I guess.
And Lynn, yes.
Yeah.
Remember they did a trip to Maryland
Yeah.
a while ago and they brought us back some beers. These are the other beers that they brought back in the batch.
Playing
that
a little
I have
catch-up.
not drunk yet.
Yeah.
But this is coming from, I believe it's Idiom?
By Idiom,
Idiom
yes.
Brewing Company in Fredericksburg, Maryland.
And this one was
I'm sorry, Frederick County, Maryland, not Fredericksburg.
collaboration with an actual Irish pub in that area.
Yes, Bushwallers.
Bushwallers. It sounds like a band.
Yeah, the Bushwallers.
We're the Bushwallers.
Yeah, that'd be funny.
So I guess they serve it at Bushwallers.
Yeah, so I guess it's a popular Irish pub
Yeah.
that got together with this brewery, and they made this pure Baltic Scotch ale.
Oh,
I don't think I've ever had a Scotch ale.
It sounds great.
I know I don't like a Scotch egg.
I know.
think
You
this
always
tastes like
say,
Scotch egg?
but you don't like boiled eggs, so I guess that's kind of why, right?
Yeah. And this is it's a low percentage, 4.7.
Oh, okay. That's good. That's good. I'm kind of looking for something a little low at the moment.
Nope, I lied.
What is it?
8.2.
Oh, God.
I think it's the other one.
I fool you.
Fool you. 8 point. All right, whatever. Let's give it a try.
All right.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Wow,
That is strangely delightful.
I like it.
It's malty.
It is.
It's got some sweetness.
It does.
Kind of a little bit of that raisin taste.
A little bit.
Yeah. It's good.
It's good.
Sweet.
It's sweet.
Fantastic.
Fantastic.
All right.
No, I like it. I feel like I do taste a little scotchy. Like there's something on the tongue on the back end.
Yeah.
That makes it that boozy
Yes.
flavor.
Are we getting
I feel
that
like I'm
scotch?
low.
Let me.
Right? Give it
You're
a
saying
shot.
you get it. Let me see.
Yeah, I feel like I get it.
I'm going to say this. Just a wee bit.
A wee bit.
Yeah.
But I've never had scotch before, so I don't know what scotch tastes like.
Well, just think of it like a bourbon barrel. That's the best way for me to put it to you. Think about when you have a bourbon barrel beer, or basically anything bourbon barrel as far as in the beer world, it's going to taste somewhat
Of what was
similar.
in that barrel.
Yeah, it's going to be whiskey kind of. You're going to get kind of that whiskey taste.
Is that what scotch is? Scotch is like a variation of a whiskey?
It's a Scottish whiskey. It is whiskey.
Oh.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah, Scotch whiskey.
I thought that was just Irish whiskey.
No, Scotch whiskey, which I think is spelt with it's not the EY, I think. I think it might be just a Y. I always get those all confused.
Yeah.
Between Irish whiskey, Scotch whiskey.
Yeah, I think the Irish whiskey is with the no E, right?
No, Irish whiskey has the
That's
E.
what I said. Irish whiskey's with the E.
and Scotch has... Scotch would have the no E there. This is a Dewar's. I guess I had sitting down here. But
Still confused, but
yeah, it's just
right.
a different one. Yeah, the different spelling. But yes, it is whiskey though.
Yeah.
So it's going to be made very similar to when we have our bourbon.
right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's
I'll
the
have to
best
give it a
one.
shot one day.
But I get it, and I'm happy. I am happy, guys over at
Because
Idiom.
he's happy.
I am happy.
Clap along.
I don't know. I'm just a big fan of that song, but I like that it's not overpowering.
No, not at all.
As far as that Scotch flavor, I want just a hint, and that's
Yeah.
what I'm getting on
Yeah.
this. Because when it's overpowering, I just don't know if I like that with it.
That's why sometimes I don't like those bourbon barrel stouts. Like sometimes I
Yeah.
just don't like the taste. It's too strong. It's too
Yes.
much. If I want a stout, I just want a stout. If I want a bourbon, I just want a bourbon.
But what's your take on having a bourbon in a beer? Like, do you ever drink a bourbon in a beer?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll chase a bourbon with a beer sometimes. Yeah.
Interesting. How do you like that taste in your mouth? What do you?
Okay.
No, I mean,
I mean, I'm not
like
drinking them at the same time.
No, but how do you? Okay, say you're going back and forth. You just had a little sip of your whiskey or your bourbon,
Right.
And you switch right to your beer, and you said you chase it with the beer.
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
obviously going to have some of that bourbon lingering in your
Right,
mouth.
right.
How do you like that?
I'm okay with it.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it takes the flavor away from the beer,
Yeah.
but at that point, I probably don't notice it anymore.
If he's drinking bourbons and beers, it means he's pretty drunk already.
That's why I'm not allowed in Cowans anymore.
He's going back and forth, and yeah.
I was at a party recently, and I was doing at Jack Daniel and ginger ale and a Stella, and I was sipping and Stella.
Yeah.
And I was sipping and I was Stella.
Yeah.
And,
Jack
I
and
don't know.
Ginger's not bad though. I used to do Jameson and Ginger here and there at like when I was young in the whiskey phase, I guess you can say.
I was never a Jack Daniels guy, a whiskey guy. Never did it.
Yeah.
My in-laws would come over and they'd bring over a bottle of Jameson and we'd have a party, and I would not do it ever.
Yeah.
But now that I'm drinking the bourbon, I'm like, you know what? This whiskey, it's not so bad.
It's not much different.
It's not so bad, and it's pretty good as a mixer.
It's just with bourbon, it's more corn in your face, corn forward. You know,
Yeah,
because to be
yeah.
bourbon, it has to be that 51% over and all that
Right,
fun stuff. So
right.
it's got to have that has to have that percentage of corn. Corn is sweet. Corn has a little bit of a unique taste to it.
Right.
And then obviously, you know, with the rules of bourbon, there's certain things that makes it bourbon. But for the average Joe that may have a Irish whiskey and then switch to maybe a Jack Daniels or something like that, or something along those lines, or Jim Beam or whatever, they might say it tastes pretty similar, you know.
Right.
So Irish whiskey I find to be smoother. Irish whiskey, what they do is they will actually. So you know how there's bourbons that are full proof or barrel proof,
Yeah.
where they basically it's the strength of whatever comes out of that barrel is what you get. With Irish whiskey, it's always going to be watered down.
Okay.
So it's not like, you know, where we have our barrel strength, barrel proof, or full proof, or anything.
It's been a long time since I've done some type of whiskey straight up. Like I say, I use it as a mixer now.
Yeah.
Maybe I should give it a shot.
Give it a
now.
shot. Yeah,
Give it a
it's
shot. I'm a big boy now.
not literally a shot, but maybe give it a sip. Yeah. But yeah, that's pretty cool. These guys did a good job with this.
Very good. I like this a lot, to be honest
very
with you.
happy. I would give this probably a 4.25 on Untapped. I think
I agree.
it's a nice one.
I like it.
It's
It's a little smoky. Like I don't know. There's something in there that I'm really enjoying.
yeah, it's good on the palate.
Yeah. Thank you, Sean and Lynn.
Yeah,
bringing it
thank
back.
you, thank you. And
yeah.
I like its maltiness. Yeah,
Yeah.
I like that sweet maltiness to it, and it's got a nice color too. Cool. Everyone, color. What else? So recently, it's been a little chaotic. We're actually airing this in a couple weeks, so things might be a little bit different.
Yeah.
But I'm sure there's going to be more new news. That's the only problem with John, who's not around the corner. It's not like we can just do these podcasts all the time.
And it's vacation season coming
Yes,
up.
it's vacation season.
There'll be a couple weeks I'll be gone.
Yeah, we figure we just want to get those episodes out and get them filmed, and with, like I said, John's going away camping soon.
Oh, my camping trip. Yes.
So we're trying to squeeze things in, and I'm giving ourselves credit and props for this. We've been pretty damn good for the last year and a half at giving you guys an episode every week.
We have.
And
as much as I beg Ken, let's just take a break, he says no, because we're number one. We're either going to miss it or we're not going to come back.
yeah, exactly. We've been on point with this.
So yeah.
So my wife actually had told me, because my wife with her job, she deals a lot with social media, because she works with online publishing and things of that sort. So she's big into that. And she had mentioned to me, she's like, you hear about Threads? I'm like, what the hell's Threads? I was like, you know. So I was like, she was telling me about it. And basically, it's a Facebook version of Twitter. It's Zuckerberg kind of saying, hey, Elon, we're not going to brawl maybe, or because they're supposed to, I don't know if you heard this, they're supposed to fight. But
They were. I don't think it's going to happen, no.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to happen.
kind of like MMA style or something.
Why would two billionaires put their bodies at risk to fight each other?
Because it's entertaining. They'll get paid a lot, even though they don't need the money.
They don't need the money.
Yeah. But
And Zuckerberg would kick his ass.
you think?
Dude, he's like a MMA guy. Like he does like jujitsu and shit.
Yeah, but I think that doesn't mean
Elon
that.
Musk's a kind of like heavy set.
I think
I
Musk
don't know,
just needs to
man.
like body slam him though. You know, Musk is a lot bigger. He's a lot bigger.
You think Musk is like the I don't know, like Rocky IV, or like the Russian from Rocky IV?
I'll
break you.
I'll break you. And doesn't Musk dabble in that stuff too though?
I don't know,
He
man.
must if he's willing to fight him.
I don't know.
So basically, what is Threads? Threads is a new app from the parent company of Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp. The platform looks a lot like Twitter, which is a big deal because Musk is not happy about this.
I love to twit. I twit all the time.
He's a Twitter. The platform looks a lot like Twitter with a feed of largely text-based posts, although users can also post photos and videos where people can have real-time conversations. Interesting. So you can actually have a convo live, I guess, and everything with that. It said messages posted to threads will have a 500-character limit. Similar to Twitter, users can reply to, repost, and quote others on threads. It's very much like a Twitter, but the app also blends Instagram's existing aesthetic and navigation system and offers the ability to share posts from threads directly to Instagram stories. Okay, so that's something new I didn't know. You can do that then.
Okay.
And they can be listed as public or private, et cetera, et cetera.
So basically, you're linking threads, Twitter, not Twitter, threads, Facebook, and Instagram.
But I don't think you could put an Instagram story that goes to threads. It said just the opposite.
Oh, it's the opposite.
Threads to Instagram.
All right, because when I post stories on Instagram, it goes to Facebook.
Yeah.
That you can link.
Yeah. Maybe.
So if you put it in Twitter, it can
Or
go
in
to Facebook and Instagram.
And if you put it in threads.
So we don't need to do Instagram, put everywhere else. We could just do one.
We're basically, yes, our thing to do is probably just start doing threads. So we just converted to some stuff right now. We're trying to
follow our Instagram page.
Yeah, please follow it. We're Pub Suds. Well, actually, no. That's the. I'm
so
sorry.
Pub Suds and Grubs is the food page that you run.
Which kind of where this all kind of started a little bit.
Check that out though, because he eats at a lot of cool places.
Yeah. Check out Pub Suds and Grubs' Instagram page. But we are the Speakeasy Podcast guys on Instagram. So just just type in Speakeasy Podcast guys. I'm still getting over. We made a couple changes recently. We even changed
we were
name.
PSG.
But we didn't like the way that looked. Yeah,
Speakeasy. Yeah.
So
we didn't want people started getting in touch with us for the electrical company.
Yes,
come
exactly.
Fix their
we have
power
PSG here for electric. Yeah. So it's something that we're kind of doing the transformation from or getting everything from one to the other.
We're just trying to get ourselves out there.
Yes, we are.
And we would appreciate any type of follows.
And we're two old guys that are kind of new to some of this stuff. We're not too bad. We're not like our parents when it comes to this stuff.
I think my parents are better than I am.
They might be, right?
Yeah, my dad lives on Facebook.
So we're kind of learning a little bit here and there, but we're trying. But here's something interesting, though. I'm assuming she was correct on this, but my wife had mentioned, though, if you do sign up for Threads and say you decide I don't want to do this Threads thing anymore, and it's linked to your Instagram account, if you delete Threads, it'll delete your Instagram.
Ooh, that's not good.
Yeah, so it's just something to keep in mind.
That probably makes sense because they want you to have all of them.
Yeah.
Because they're watching us, folks. They're watching us.
Yes.
They want us to have everything they're putting out.
Yes. Yeah, they want.
You ever notice? You could be sitting here having a beer, and I'll be like, man, I like your jeans. Where'd you get that? Kohl's. All right, cool. And then you go on Facebook or Instagram, and now you got ads for jeans, or you got ads for Kohl's, and it's like
scary.
Woo, they're watching us.
Yeah, that goes with that freaking the Amazon thing, the Echo too. You know.
Yeah. Yep.
I think that's got some ears on it. You
Man,
know?
they are watching us.
Yeah,
and they keep coming out with more and more stuff.
Yeah.
To get into our business.
But it's to give them the benefit of the doubt. Yes, they may be invading in our privacy, but what they're doing for businesses to put themselves out there as far as...
that helps.
I saw this interesting story. It was on... I was watching the news. It was one of those, like, end of the news, Dave Mura kind of feel-good stories or whatever. And it was about this author who wasn't really tech-savvy or anything like that, but he was good at what he does, and that was write books, and he didn't have a huge following.
Yeah.
Some guy saw him at the store signing autographs, and this author was just kind of just sitting there, and no one's really paying attention to him, and you felt he was like a grandpa, you just wanted to hug this guy,
Yeah.
And this young guy came up to him, is like, hey, I got a TikTok page. Do you mind if I post a little video of you, and I'm gonna get another book of yours, and I'm gonna give it as a prize to someone or whatever on his TikTok page or all this stuff. Dude, he got like millions of likes. It's like doing amazing on Amazon right now as far as book selling and all that goes. So just think about it. If it wasn't for this TikTok, if it wasn't for
we're on TikTok too, guys. Follow us.
That I'm not on though myself personally,
Nope.
But I still refuse to do it.
We do have a TikTok channel.
Although, like I
There's
said,
not much on it, but we do a TikTok channel.
Yeah.
Sometimes I like to post the clips that we take when we go to breweries, and I'll post it on TikTok.
I would be all for doing a TikTok going on if it wasn't from China. That's my that's my gripe with it.
Chinese food gives you the runs.
Well,
I know.
It's a whole Chinese thing, man. I just think that it's not racist. They're benefiting a lot from us in our country between our importing, exporting, all that fun stuff.
Yes.
More. I mean, we get tons of stuff from China, and I think that we're not appreciated from that country. I feel like
I agree.
They're laughing at us. I think sometimes.
100% I agree.
Hence the reason why I don't want to support the TikTok platform, and I feel like they're getting information.
No TikTok for you.
No TikTok for me. But yes. But yes, in that case, it helped people, and I just see.
Well, I'm going to try to download Threads, and I'm going to see how it goes. I mean, it said 30 million people in like just a few days or just a week or something downloaded this app, and it's what's causing the Zuckerberg Musk.
Yes. Well, a lot of people were not happy about Musk buying Twitter.
I was okay. I liked it. I was like, you know what? I felt like it was going to be more freedom of speech.
Yes.
They're going to let Trump come back. Blah, 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 blah. All the people they banned are going to come back.
The censorship wasn't going to be the same.
Yeah. I'm just in to watch. I don't really tweet too much. I don't really tweet at all. But I like to read, and I like to see the feeds, and I like to see the cool stuff that come in.
Yeah.
And I was like, maybe this is a good thing. But apparently people just aren't happy with him. They took away that blue check mark, right, for people that are verified. And I think you got to pay for your verification now. So I get it.
Well, it is a business, and that's what we have to think. And he spent billions on that.
Well, he's got to put people in space, right? He needs a spaceship, so he's got to make money.
I know. So
how do you feel about him?
I'm indifferent.
I think we've talked about him before, but
I'm indifferent. I think he's
got good intentions.
I like it because he does seem to keep it real, and he does seem to be transparent for the most part with what he says. He's not a bullshitter kind of guy, I guess, at least from what I'm getting. I like that he was able to change his political views and what he believed in just because he thought the corruption was just overbearing.
You think he'll run for political office one day?
I wouldn't be surprised if he did, but I don't know. He's very. I don't know. He seems a little too relaxed at times, I guess you could say. Like he'll have like a spaceship blow up or something. Oh, yeah.
Happens.
It happens,
It's a spaceship.
And look what happened with that submarine thing, The guy was very relaxed with things and got to be careful. I think he's a genius. As far as
genius?
I think he's got to be, buddy. Yeah, I think he is, man, because the things he's doing, even if he's not the one creating with his own physical hands or doing things, he knows how to he knows where to spend the money, man. He knows. I think he's a pretty smart guy.
He doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
I'm not a big Tesla fan.
Yeah.
But everything else is. I guess it's okay. Whatever.
Yeah. I mean,
I'll never see that kind of money. I'll never be able to go to space. He does nothing for me. So whatever. It's just there.
Yeah.
He gives me Twitter.
I like that by him buying Twitter. He kind of said, like I said, the censorship wasn't going to. Or at least wasn't supposed to be there,
Yeah, but now it's changing, I think. And I don't know. Everything's changing all the time, and people are upgrading, and new things are coming out. And, remember back in the day we used to do MySpace,
Yeah, MySpace.
Remember that guy? What was that guy's name on MySpace?
That was,
it was just that guy, like, sitting at a
Tom?
Tom, yeah, it was Tom. Tom from MySpace. That was the big thing. And
But I like MySpace. I used to have you go to the MySpace page and if you clicked on my profile, I'd have music that would come on, or like a music video and popped up. I'm like, this is what I'm listening to now. You got to check it out.
But you got to give Zuckerberg props too, because Facebook has been around a long time now, and it's still strong. Probably one of the strongest apps still.
Even though he stole it, but from those twin guys or whatever.
But it's still going, man. It's like you said, like MySpace. Those things come and go, and there's always something new. But Facebook is
he's evolving with it.
Still around.
He's doing what he needs to do to keep it afloat, to keep it surviving.
Yeah.
Although you would know better than I would. The kids aren't really into the whole Facebook thing, right? The younger generation.
No. They're Snapchatters now.
Yeah.
Snapchat's the big thing with the younger
be
kids.
Careful with that Snapchat.
Snapchat and Instagram.
I've heard things about that Snapchat. Where you can.
You know what I do? My kids are about to be 13 soon. I let them have a couple social medias, not Facebook, not Twitter. They do Instagram. They do Snapchat. I peruse it though. I go through it. I see what they're doing. I'm friends with them on there, so I can see what they're posting.
Yeah.
They cannot block me. I filter their friends.
Yeah.
So I try to keep it,
Yeah.
kitty for them. Give them their freedom, but I'm still watching
what about
in the background.
What about the Snapchat that they use under a different name?
Well, not when I'm checking the phone.
Yeah, I know.
Every few minutes.
They just got to sign out of one and sign into the other.
Yeah, not happening. No.
Oh, Dad.
Now you put that in my head.
Dad's coming in. Oops,
Dad,
sign out.
no.
Let me sign into the other.
That's it.
Yeah.
Now I'm deleting them all.
Sorry, girls.
Sorry, yeah. Uncle Kenny screwed it up for you.
Because I only thought about that because I have multiple Instagram accounts. I have like 5 of them. So, and that's because of the Pubs, Suds, and Grubs, the podcast page, my personal page, a business page. There's a few there. So, that's why we always have at least 5 likes right away on everything.
Yeah, that's all you.
It's me signing out of one and signing into the other. Like
me too. I got 85 YouTube accounts. That's right.
What else, man? What else? Threads, cocaine in the White House, or what?
A little bit of cocaine in the White House. It happens. It happens. Yeah. A little cocaine in the West Wing.
Hunter biting that. It looked like he had powdered sugar all over his face. What happened?
What happened? What? I left my computer. Can I go to the West Wing? I think I left it in there. Say hello to my...
Yeah.
Oh
it's what everyone thought about right away.
First person to come to your head.
Oh, Hunter, what did you do? What did you do?
I mean, that's...
Yeah. You got to keep your stuff in check, man.
How... All right. It's news, but it's not news.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? How is cocaine found in the White House? It's on the news, but it's not news.
Yeah.
If that was Donald Trump or any Republican, to be honest, they'd be shut down. Everything would be shut down.
I know. How is it? How is that news? And it's just not.
And it went away like that. Like, come on, man.
Of course.
Because everybody knows whose it was.
The media.
Everybody knows whose it was.
Yeah.
There's really no investigating. It's like, all right.
Joe's like, Hunter, you're trying to mess everything up for the next election.
I don't even think he knows there's a next election.
Yeah, it's the people around him like, we're having you run again, sir.
Yeah.
Well,
what?
Huh?
I can't run.
I
can walk.
Do you have those blueberry muffins coming in the morning?
Who was eating a powdered donut in the West Wing?
Sir, we need you to listen to this. Oh, okay. You Sleepy Joe. So it's interesting to hear this. Well, we don't know, but we can assume.
Who knows if it even, right? They say it was.
I mean,
first they thought it was what? What's that powder like from the 90s or the early 2000s?
Like arsenic?
That they used to like put in the mail and send to places.
Wasn't that arsenic?
No.
Cyanide? No.
Whatever it was,
yeah.
You open it and you're like, oh, yeah.
They thought it was that, and then Hunter walked over and he's like,
no, that's mine, man.
He's like, oh, no, this is cocaine.
Yeah.
No, we're good here. Actually, what are you going to do with that?
Yeah. I'll put it in the basement. I'll bring it to the basement.
I'll put it with the rest of my stash.
Yeah. And Sleepy Joe was like, powdered donut, munchkins. Who brought munchkins?
Or he was like, I can talk regular again.
Yeah. He was running up and down the right.
So what's next, guys? The war? We'll take care of that right now. Let's
Red
do
button
this.
bomb.
Bomb.
Russian's dead.
Problem solved. Let's run a mile.
All from one. It's not funny, but it is.
Yeah.
It's freaking crazy, man.
Well, it's a security thing. How do they get in there? Was it, they say, I don't think the tours went through that area, right? Or as far as people
I don't know. The West Wing? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I mean, that's got to be somebody that works in the White House. Just drop their stash.
Yeah.
Shit, if I worked in the White House, I'd do cocaine too. I mean, somebody's got to keep you going.
The whole thing is, though, you have to get scanned. They have to look through this. It's like going through an airport when you go to the White House. You have to, they look at all that stuff.
Yeah.
But it's...
I don't know. It's interesting.
It's very interesting.
I don't think we're ever going to find out, though.
Yes, but, well, yeah.
Why do you think this Hunter guy keeps getting away with that? I feel like we talk about him more than we talk about anybody else. Between his schlong, his cocaine.
Because he's a spoiled, entitled kid. That's not a kid.
No, it's not a kid.
Yeah. but he acts like a kid.
Maybe he should run for
His
president.
dad's
Maybe that's what we need. Somebody like crazy like him to be president.
Well, Trump was a little crazy.
Well,
and then you had Bill Clinton, who got a BJ by Monica Lewinsky.
hey, that's perfectly. See, something like that is perfectly fine.
Yeah, he's like
perfectly fine.
Yep.
Monica.
Yeah, I'll play you my saxophone.
5 more minutes. I'm almost there.
Hey!
I'm a little old. It takes me a little longer.
Let's get those cigars over there. Bring them over.
All over your dress. Go. All over your dress, Monica. Oh, man. We lived through some fun stuff, huh?
Yeah.
Fun stuff. And it's just getting worse as we get older.
As far as presidents go, I kind of liked Bill Clinton, man.
I loved Clinton, man.
I kind of liked him.
Guy's playing the sax.
Yeah,
he got shit done. He was a cool dude. And you look at his wife and you're like, man, I don't blame you.
Yeah.
I don't blame you at all.
I can see why.
I don't blame you at all.
He seemed like a pretty chill dude.
Even now, you see him at like, presidential things, and he's just like always staring at like the young girl, and then you see her like staring at him, and he's just fixated.
Stop it now.
I love watching the old presidents, man.
Yeah.
When like, either during when one wins or a ceremony or a death, like I love when they all get together. And George Bush is like, he's like the one that's the outcast, right? He's like, he's the jokester.
He was hated by the left.
Yeah.
Until he wasn't president anymore. And then he was like one of their boys.
Dude, if I had to meet any president, it'd probably be him.
Yeah, he's like, hey, come check out my painting here, He's like, he's an amazing artist.
That I didn't know.
Yes, he paints. And he paints well.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I know he owned the Texas Rangers. I mean, he's a baseball guy. I mean, I would love to.
And I know he was a bad drunk, man.
Hell yeah. He'd be drinking the Scotch ale with us right now.
Let me get a sip of that.
Yeah, I'm going to get on your podcast.
But Jimmy Carter's wife passed recently.
She passed recently.
Yeah.
I can't believe he was the president when I was born.
He was the president when I was born. But for a very short time, but yes, he was.
He's 90-something.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
But I don't think you go through all the presidents, you think of Jimmy Carter, I don't think he did shit.
Yeah. I don't know if he did much. It's like Obama for me. I don't know why people love Obama that much. Where...
I know a lot of people think that Obama's behind Biden right now, and he's the one pulling the strings, but you don't hear anything from Obama. It's either he's embarrassed of Biden.
He's like, I don't want to do it.
No. Or he's pulling the strings in the background.
Well, Obama had swag, though, man. He had swagger.
Hey, man, I'll tell you,
he's like,
that guy could talk. His speeches were not boring.
Yeah.
And, he did. He had swag, man.
Yeah.
He had swag.
He was like, was it swag or swagger? I said swag first.
Swag?
Was it swag?
Swag. No.
Or no, I think I'm confusing the two.
No.
But, yeah, you get the gist, guys. So, what do we got here, John?
Speaking of Obama, we have a Schwarz Dark Lager.
May the Schwarz be with you.
It's like Dark Helmet.
Yeah.
This is a marshmallow Schwarz beer.
Oh, not that much. Sorry.
You don't have to finish it.
I told John before this, I'm like, I'm not a big marshmallow kind of guy.
But you're going to like this one. Look, I mean, you got marshmallows, toasted marshmallows. Yeah. How could you... this is another beer from Idiom. Am I saying that right? Idiom? Right? Idiom?
What'd you call me?
Idiom?
Oh.
Idiom Brewing Company that Sean and Lynn brought us back from their trip to Maryland.
Yeah.
And this one
is not a collab.
Not a collab, no.
What are we looking for?
I was looking for the ABV. 5.2, I want to say.
16 ounces.
Yeah.
But
I am into the Schwarz beer. I am into... Am I saying that right, too? Schwarz beer?
Schwarz beer.
I'm into the Schwarz beer. I'm into the dark lagers.
4.7. So this one's lower.
So that's the 4. That's what I knew. I got something mixed up.
Had them confused.
Shit, man. Maybe I'm like the Biden. I'm like starting to...
He's losing it.
I'm losing it, man.
Yeah. All right. What do we get on this nose? Do we get marshmallow on it? Not really.
No. I get Schwarz beer.
Yeah. It's dark.
Cheers. You got more head than I do.
Oh, I wish.
Oh, yeah. I got the marshmallow.
Oh, yeah.
It's strong marshmallow.
Getting that marshmallow.
But it's not marshmallow. It's toasted marshmallow.
Oh.
Like when you burn it and it's like black around the marshmallow.
Yeah.
That's what I'm getting.
Well, I'm getting that really dark barley kind of taste to it, Like
Dude,
those dark
I really, really like this.
Yeah.
I really, really like this.
Yeah. It's good. I like the other one better.
You like the other one better?
Yeah.
I like the other one too, but this is right up my alley.
Yeah.
I really like this.
Yeah. Do you want to have s'mores now?
I want to have s'more of this.
You want some s'more?
Can somebody go to Maryland and get me some s'more?
Yes. Well, it's cool that you're seeing nowadays.
I have to see where this place is because I'm going to Virginia next month, and it's on my way back. If it's on my way back,
yeah. But I was just going to say, it's cool because you're seeing some of these breweries, nowadays that you wouldn't see being distributed in our area being distributed. We've seen Alchemist in stores. We're seeing Other Half from New York in stores. We're seeing Equilibrium in stores.
And you know what a few breweries are starting to do now is they're making these 16-ounce cans into 12 cans and selling them as 12-packs. I just bought a 12-pack of Fiddlehead. Fiddlehead's one of my go-tos. Like, I love Fiddlehead.
In 12 ounces?
In 12-ounce cans in a 12-pack.
So you know why they're doing that?
Magnify, Main Event, 12-pack, 12-ounce cans.
It's for golfing, man. A lot of the golfers,
they
want those, small cans stay cool. They're easy to pack inside your golf bag,
right.
Or whatever. At least that's the way I look at it.
Hey, I bought a 12-pack of Fiddlehead for like $17.
Yeah,
it's going with me camping.
I bought a carton. I when I went golfing with my neighbor, I bought one of the cartons.
They do that too. Carton does it too.
Yeah, they do it too.
I know Brick City does it with their set break.
Yeah,
but I don't see that in the stores. You might have to go to the brewery.
It's more of like a crusher. It seems like that seems to be the trend.
Such a great idea.
Yeah, crusher beers that you could just pack, throw in a cooler, and it's great for I like for my son's birthday party. I do a cooler of beer. I always buy the 12 ounces. Yeah, throw them on ice. You can crush them back, and
sometimes even though 16, 12, it's only 4 more ounces, but. Sometimes it takes a long time, and it gets warm as
what do we find when we're hanging out with the guys and we have a bunch of 16-ounce craft beers? None of us are drinking a whole can. We're splitting them, just kind of like me and John are doing right here.
Right.
We're having half of each just so we could try more.
Right.
But yeah, I think that's what it is, man. I think they just want to just put some stuff out there people can just crush and drink, throw a few back. They have to compete with the big companies now, I think, too. Like Budweiser and those guys, Anheuser-Busch, Coors Light, they've been doing it for years where they have these 12-ounce cans.
I like it. I like the idea of it.
Yeah.
I love having these little cans of Fiddlehead in my basement. And, in my beer fridge. And
High Life has been doing it by Cigar City.
Yeah.
Cigar City's been doing it with High Life and those beers for quite some time,
a great beer. I don't think that beer comes in big cans, right? I think it's only 12 ounce. I've never seen it in
it's always 12. Yeah.
But you know why? Because Florida's so damn hot. You need to drink them fast.
You got to drink them fast.
Make them smaller.
I think I've told you the story. When I was down in, this was years ago, when I was down in with my friends like Ruben and a couple other friends, we were down in Venezuela. All their bottles were like tiny.
Yeah.
And we're like, we said to them, like, why the hell are these all tiny? They're like, do you feel this weather?
Yeah, man.
They're like, you got to drink these quick.
When you get a red stripe, right? It's in this little brown bottle.
Yeah.
Because they want you to...
Stubby and proud of it. Yeah.
Just like me. Yeah, man.
But this is good.
Good beer. I like
nice.
this.
Get that marshmallow. You're getting the flavors.
Thanks again, Sean.
Which we say as beer
Idiom.
guys, if you say you're putting something in a beer, we want to taste it. We want to get it there.
So Ken doesn't like marshmallow. But this product says it's made with marshmallow. It tastes like marshmallow. You got to give it a little bit of price.
All right, here's the thing, John. I don't like. I like regular marshmallow. Like I like Rice Krispie treats and things like that. I do like marshmallow. I don't like marshmallow in beers because I feel like
it's a fake flavor.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, I got you.
Exactly.
This doesn't taste fake to me though.
Yeah. I feel like it's something they add, and I think it's something that
like banana flavoring, right? When something's banana flavoring, I love bananas, but a banana flavored something. The extract is no bueno.
No. And all the breweries do it. Equilibrium does it with their regular beers. They have these marshmallow ones, and they're marshmallowy and lactosey and all that stuff. I'm not a fan, man. This is different because it's in a darker beer.
Yeah.
It's cool. I like what they did. I like their take on it. Nothing bad to say about it at all.
I definitely want more.
Good. Yeah, it's good.
I'm gonna hit up Sean, see if he's got any more in the fridge.
Yeah. Thanks again, guys.
Thanks, guys. On that note. What have you so now your son's home, right?
So it is summertime. It is summertime. My son is home. So he does summer camp.
Goes to camp.
He goes to camp, and we have him going into a few. But on Fridays, I am off, and we said, well, let's save a day, save a little money on not doing every day at camp.
Right.
So me and him spend the days together.
That's awesome, man.
Today, actually.
That's a great day when you spend it with your kid.
Oh, I love it. I love it. We have a good time. We go out to lunch. He has a beer. I have a beer. but actually, he had raspberry lemonade today. But
Same thing.
we went down to Flemington, New Jersey. And there's some cool breweries around that area too.
Yeah?
Lone Eagle.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
We've done Lone Eagle.
Yeah. We did a couple around there.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah. But anyway, we didn't go to the breweries. I don't think it was open at that time. Anyways, we went to something cool. It was called Northlands.
Okay.
It was basically this pretty decent sized building, 3 stories high. It felt like it was like 8 stories high the way they have it set up, and it's just model train stuff. And they have these trains going in, should I? I was gonna say maybe I could insert a clip of it because I got a video.
Have a clip?
Yeah, I think we should, and just showing you what's at Northlands because I was mesmerized by it. So I'll put the clip in right here.
Cool.
Pretty cool, huh?
Do I press the press keys?
Sure, you can press them.
Oh, look at that one up there.
Oh yeah.
Shit.
Dude, it's.
I like model trains, man.
It's unbelievable.
I don't have them, but when you can put them together, that's like mesmerizing. Just watching them go around and around.
Oh, and it's unbelievable what they did with this place.
How long?
So it was
that has to take to put together.
So, listen to this. It's basically halls that all these halls that wind up from like your first level, the ground level, and they work their way up in like all this zigzag pattern, and it's all like these staged model. They have different areas. Like there was like a marching band. They have and it's just all. Just think about train modeling and all that fun stuff, and all what goes into that. And it's like a fiberglass or something. Basically, I don't know if it's exactly fiberglass, but the way they make these mountains and they create depth with it and just the details. I watched a quick video, and the guy who created it said, he's like, oh, this little section here took me a month to do.
Wow, I can imagine.
Now, it's about a mile of just pure trains going through tunnels.
That's a lot.
It is in all model trains. I know people are like, it sounds, they might be like, oh, it sounds boring or whatever, but it's not.
No.
And people are like, oh, I'm not into trains. I don't care.
Matter,
does not matter. And you, like I said, you go up through these areas. They have all these different stations. It was a little difficult because my son was overwhelmed with excitement.
Right.
That he was running from one to the next, to the next, to the next. And I'm like, slow down. I kind of want to look at this and read up on what this is about.
Yeah.
And they have they have the city, one stage that's like a set up that's like a city, and it's interactive too. They have buttons. Say you want to have, like, there was a Christmas section, and there's a Christmas tree there, and you hit the button, the Christmas tree lights up.
That's cool.
There's one that, like, you can move the trains back and forth on your own by hitting this button goes backwards, this one goes forward. There was this cool one with, like, these aliens singing and everything. And it
sounds like a good time.
Oh, it was such a cool time.
I got to check it out.
And I'm mentioning it because this place, I know that they had a little bit of a struggle at one point where they had to close down. Then it got bought out and it reopened. I think people give them a shot because I was so amazed by what they did. And I'm not big into this. Like, I'm kind of into some of it, but not like hardcore.
Yeah.
But apparently the guy who created it wasn't even, from what I understand, from what I heard, he was never actually been on a real train before.
Was he like high as a kite when he did this?
Yeah, he just said it was something that he enjoyed, and he just kept going with it.
Yeah, that's cool.
He said no one believed in him. He said his family was giving him a hard time about it, but he kept to it. And
was it an expensive place to get into?
mid-30s per ticket. Yeah, yeah.
But it took you a little bit to all the work that goes into that.
You could spend 3 hours walking through, or if you're there with a 5-year-old like I was today, you could be through there in about 45 to an hour.
Yeah.
45 minutes to an hour, because he just really jetted through it.
Right.
And so apparently I was talking to a guy that was in there. I didn't catch his name, but he was talking about it. He was like, oh, did you have a good time? I was like, this is a great experience. And he's like, the guy who created this it wasn't like he was really big into trains. He said he was into creating the scenes and designing.
Yeah. That's cool, yeah.
And he created depth on many things with mirrors. Like I'm like, there's this one area you could look down and it looks like you're looking down a cave that goes like 8 stories.
Right.
That's why I actually asked the guy. I said, "How many stories is this building?" You couldn't tell because you're only walking through this maze.
Right.
You don't, you're slowly going up ramps and this and that.
It's all tricks.
It was all tricks.
All tricks.
Unbelievable.
Pretty cool.
And the way they did this, shout out to these guys. Awesome job.
You ever been to the Toy Train Museum over in Lancaster?
Okay, we've walked in it, but we didn't go through the tour because at the time my son was way too young when we went there. And we didn't feel like he was going to appreciate it, but we did go to the Red Caboose Steiner there.
Yeah.
Awesome food, awesome service. Cool spot.
Did you take a trip on the Strasburg Railroad?
Oh, yeah.
Right? You gotta.
Choo-choo.
You gotta go on the Strasburg
But
Railroad.
it was like a kind of like, it was like a very, it was raining at some points when we were in there. We did the outdoor trains. It's still covered, but we did the ones that were out, kind of, you know, get the breeze.
The windows are open. And
yes. And it was very like, misty, but it was comfortable mist, believe it or not, because it was still kind of cool. It was like in the morning we went. Then it started downpouring, though, so we didn't get to do everything.
He's at the age now where if you decide to do that again, you can hop off at the Cherry Crest Farm there, and then you can hop back on, and it'll take you right back, because he'll like the Cherry Crest Farm.
Yes, we saw that. Yeah. And that, dude, that place was hopping.
Oh, yes.
And then
I guess it would be like considered almost like an Allstead's.
And then you see the children of the corn waiting, and they wave at you. The Amish people, I'm joking. Yeah.
Come inside.
They stand there at random intersections, and they just sit there waiting for the train. And then they just do this kind of synchronized wave.
Yeah. Hello, American.
Yeah. Meanwhile,
they're like, help us.
You're scaring me, kids.
Help us.
Stop that now, please.
Help us or we'll kill you.
But yeah, shout out to them, man. They did a great job at Northlands.
That's Northlands in Flemington. Awesome.
Yeah.
I want to go now.
Yeah, definitely go.
Choo-choo.
And your kids. In fact, John, I would say this is a great time to take your kids because they would appreciate it.
I was going to say I'd go without my kids because they probably won't appreciate it.
You know who I want to bring? I want to bring my father-in-law because he's done the model trains before.
Oh, then yeah.
And
absolutely.
he's someone that I think can really appreciate what the work that went into this. So apparently the guy who created it worked like 10 to 12-hour days every day of the week just doing this. But once again, he enjoyed it. He loved doing it, and he loved seeing people's reaction when they saw it. And they were constantly expanding. And even when we were there, even though different owners now, even when we were there, we saw some ladders kind of off to the side. Some guy was painting and doing things. So they're constantly... You know, they're not just taking money and putting it in their pocket. They're taking that money and making it into something even bigger.
Right.
So it was pretty cool.
That's cool.
Yeah.
And that's cool that you got to go with your son and spend some like daddy-son time.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, I'm actually going off topic a little bit. I'm going on a cruise next month. Oh, my God, next month, almost a few weeks. And I just booked an excursion, and it's just me and my daughter.
All right.
Me and my daughter are going to Monkeyland. Monkeyland in the Dominican Republic. We're doing Monkeyland. And my wife and my other daughter, Sophia, was not into it. Sophia's like, I don't want a monkey on me. I don't want them because they jump on you, right? You go to Monkeyland and you're in the confinement where the monkeys are. They're squirrel monkeys, and they put the seeds in your hand and the fruits, and they put the fruits on your head.
I just saw,
and the monkeys are jumping all over you, and they're hanging out on your shoulders and on your head.
Our buddy Dustin from Poor Man's Poison was posted a video recently of that. Yeah.
Yes, wherever he was in Okinawa.
Yeah, he's in Japan right now. Yeah.
Same type of place, a little bigger.
Yeah.
But my other daughter, Emma, was like, I really want to see the monkeys. And so I told my wife, I go, would you mind splitting up? The port we're going to, Amber Cove in Dominican Republic, they have a big pool. So I said, you take Sophia, you go to the pool. I'm going to take Emma, and we're going to go on an excursion and see the monkeys. And I'm looking forward to just being like with my daughter and doing something that she's really excited
man.
to
Little
do.
bonding time.
Little bonding time.
Yeah.
She's really excited for it. And I'm like, that's cool.
That's
you know,
cool, man.
Having twins, I don't really get to do a lot of one-on-ones.
Yeah.
So it's cool to do a one-on-one.
Absolutely. I think you have a blast.
Yeah.
I remember, the only thing I remember regarding monkeys when I was in Florida, there was Monkey Jungle. I don't even know if that's still there anymore.
I don't know.
It's one of those, like they have Parrot Jungle, they have Monkey Jungle. Yeah. It's just different.
I know. I think the last time I went to Florida, I did like Gatorland or something.
Gator, they have all those different ones and stuff.
Guys wrestling gators, like guys with one tooth.
Billy Bob, get over here. Take care of this big gator right now.
He won't let go. He won't let go of my ankle. Punch him in the face.
He's like, what'd you say, sir? Oh, yes.
Me too.
Me too. What do we have here? We have a new bourbon I have not had. I picked this one up yesterday.
Yes.
Actually, ironically.
This is one of the best original bourbons that I had when we started.
Penelope's, man, they're on fire. But you know what, though? I know that MGP has bought them out now, so I don't know what that's going to do for things.
What's MGP?
MGP is basically, when you see...
Anheuser-Busch?
No. MGP is basically, I think it's owned by Seagram's or something.
Oh.
Or whatever, and it's a facility where I would say probably a good half of my bourbons are MGP. So a lot of these things... So Penelope has been sourcing their mixed bourbon from MGP.
I've read this.
And they basically took all this MGP bourbon that's pre-made, pre-mixed, all that stuff, whatever, and they were barreling it themselves, and they were doing it in unique barrels and having fun with it, and Penelope created such a name for themselves. Now MGP is like, well, you know, they gave them a ton of money and said, we want your name. We want it, because they've did such a great job with it. Yeah. And these guys are out of Jersey, who started Penelope. And oddly enough, I got and Flemington is about a 45-minute drive from here. But oddly enough, I picked this up in Flemington 2 days ago. I went to Flemington two days in a row.
Oh, so after Northland? Or?
No, this was a different time.
Son, we had a good time, but Daddy's got to go buy some bourbon.
You know what it was? There was a couple things that we had. I had a couple groups that posted that they had some bourbons there that they did picks of, and I was like, let me support them. Let me get a couple things. I'll go for a quick ride, or not a quick ride. But I saw this on the shelf, and I was like, I've been looking for the Penelope toasted rye. Ooh. So it's not the regular toasted. It's the rye toasted. And just to try it, I was like, man, I got to do this. So John loves when I have fresh cracks. Pop. Pop goes the weasel goes pop. All right, Johnny, let me get you... a little bit here, and I will do a little for myself.
Ooh, that smells nice.
Yeah. There's always that misconception, or it's not a misconception, actually. There's always that theory that when you have a fresh crack, that whiskey or rye or whatever you're drinking is not necessarily going to taste the same.
It's got to breathe.
It's got to breathe. Sit. Yeah, sometimes it's good to open that bottle and let it breathe. We're not doing that. It's not a bad idea, too.
Do you ever open it up and just let it sit for a little bit?
If I'm by myself and I'm not in a rush to have it. Yeah. And it's only right when you... Well, I guess you can do it every time, but I like to do it right when I do that first crack. Gotcha. But we're not doing that this time. What do we got on those? See, that's the thing. I'm getting more of that alcohol kind of flavor to it,
It's not strong, though.
Yeah.
You think it's strong?
I'm getting more of that rye note on the second smell. We'll see. I don't know. Cheers.
Cheers.
That's good, man. That's really good.
It's got a good aftertaste.
Yeah. And
that rye is strong.
John's a rye guy.
The rye is strong. Well, remember, I was into the ryes, and then I had a rye, and I was like, this don't taste like rye. Yeah. This ain't good. And then I had another rye, and I was like, this don't taste good.
Yeah.
And now this is good.
So it's rye.
This is good.
Maybe we'll do another rye in the next episode just to keep the ryes in there. We'll see.
It's funny. You take a sip, but you don't get flavor until maybe there's a delay. There's a flavor delay, and all of a sudden it hits you, and you're like, that's good.
Yeah,
that's real good.
It's good. That's a nice sipper.
So, what is this a popular bottle you can find in any place right now?
Not necessarily, at least for me.
Did you get lucky, or if I walk into my local ShopRite, is there a chance I might find this?
No, I don't think so. No. You never know, though. Okay, that's the whole thing. When you're bourbon hunting, you have to stop at every damn store, and then you always come across something. So I ended up picking up 2 bottles of it just because I don't see it around, and I see and sometimes I'll look at demands on the internet and my Facebook groups that do bourbon. and I'll say, you'll see a lot of people are like looking for this, and when there's that demand, it gives it a little bit more allure, I guess you can say.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, all right, if I see this, I want to get a couple bottles because apparently there's a little bit of demand for this, and if I don't like it, I could always sell the other bottle, But it's pretty good.
Was it an affordable bottle? Or you think it was a little overpriced?
Penelope is not, in general, Penelope, at least when you go into these special ones, like these Toasted and your Architect, and especially like the Rio recently, which is going for secondary, is going upwards of $300. But my Rio, I did get one, but I paid normal Penelope price for, which is around the $80 range.
Okay.
Yeah. So
I don't know how much this bottle cost you.
around the $80 range.
Oh, I was going to say I would probably spend $75 to $80 on this.
Yeah, it's a good one.
But I would probably fly through it because it tastes good.
Yeah, it's and that's the thing. These other ryes you might have been having, Johnny, they might have been just a
couple of them were shit. I won't lie.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
And you know what? The people that made it and distributed it almost agreed with me.
Yeah.
They were like, "Yeah, it's not great for a rye. It's not great.
If it's not great, then don't sell it. Get rid of it. Dump it. Whatever."
Some people don't know any better.
Yeah.
And they just buy it because
and I
of
guess
the
that's
name.
why. Yeah.
They buy it because of the name.
Because they'll be taking a big hit if they did get rid of it, I guess. But. Well, I'm glad you like it, John.
Very good. Love it.
Shout
Actually,
outs.
really love it.
Let's get them out there.
Shout outs today go to Idiom Brewing. Idiom in Frederick County, Maryland.
Yes.
Thank you, Sean and Lynn. Shout out to Sean and Lynn.
Thanks, Sean and Lynn.
Our friends who brought it back for us. Shout out to Bushwaller's Pub who did a collab with Idiom on that first.
Actually, I'd be looking to go there and check out the pub.
100%. I love a good Irish pub, man.
Yeah, follow us on Threads and all that fun stuff, too,
Look
guys.
for us on Threads. We're going to figure that out. Subscribe on Instagram.
Yeah, we're still learning. We'll get there.
The Speakeasy podcast guys.
Yeah.
Shout out to Penelope.
Yeah, Penelope, awesome. You guys are doing great things, although you're sellouts now. But yeah, I'm joking. I'm joking.
How am I going to tag them now?
I'm joking. They did. It's well deserved. And on that, and shout out to Northlands, guys. Awesome place. People, once again, check it out. As you can see from that clip, it was just what they do there. My wife didn't want to actually look at the photos that I had because she's like, I want to go myself. She's like, and I don't want you to be ruined because I see your videos and this and that. I said, no, don't worry. My video does not do this place justice at all.
And for $30-something an entrance fee, you're going by yourself anyway.
Yeah. So,
no. Good time. I'm looking forward to going. I'm gonna hit Northlands.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna wear my my conductor hat and and I'm gonna choo all the way to Northlands.
Absolutely. Johnny, cheers.
Cheers.
And as always, cheers to you guys.
Cheers. Peace.
Later.